Did Pirate King Hondo just become the most valuable and important galactic legend to farm for basically everybody? I think he did. Let me explain what I mean. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the Holotable, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your bald boy Scribe. How the devil are you doing? You're looking fantastic. I know you've been working on yourself. I can tell. There's a glow, there's an aura about you, and I'm feeling rather positive about it, so keep up whatever you are doing. So Pirate King Hondo, what a guy, right? What a guy. I know when the pirates first sort of landed on the holotables, maybe they were met with just a little bit of skepticism, a little bit of divisiveness from the Galaxy of Heroes community, mostly because how it was embedded into the Order 66 raid. Now that that raid is nearly a year old, and I did a video about upcoming raids and whether we should be thinking that the current era of Andor will be required for that raid. I personally don't think they will. Yada, 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 all that business. It's been nearly a year, and we've all kind of settled into the rhythm of the raid. Even my free-to-play alt account, which is only a year old, is scoring like 6.3 million in the raid. He's doing phenomenally well. Pat him on the back. He's a good boy. We're all kind of in there now. We've had some time to farm the pirates, we've had some time to use them in game modes such as Rise of the Empire TB, and game modes such as GAC and Territory War. Turns out, the faction itself is actually a lot of fun. It reminds me of Bounty Hunters. You've got a lot of leaderships, you've also got a lot of synergy, a lot of mix and match, a lot of theory crafting that you can do. You can throw them all together and have a lot of fun, except for Sana. Sana still sucks. Unless she's got a datacron and then Sana turns into a TM train breaking behemoth monster, right? But the rest of the faction is actually really, really fun. They can do a lot. They perform phenomenally well in TB. You know, just go in there, hit auto, have a great time, right? However, with recent changes and promised updates that we've had for like months now, with Smugglers Run 3 finally getting that Relic 9 tier that we've all been waiting for, I think it has actually changed the priority order for Galactic Legends, and I do genuinely feel like Hondo is now top dog for Christmas, alright? Not in terms of necessarily straight up combat efficiency, although we will get to that in a moment, but overall value to your account, I think he is currently unmatched, okay? We all know and love the wonderful, wonderful creatures that we can farm, right? And we all know and understand that units like Galactic Legend Jabba the Hutt, where is my flipping focused area? Okay, we all know that Jabba the Hutt is phenomenal in terms of overall roster improvement, right? He's a giant, big old slug. He's got some little branding. I never noticed that on his arm. And he gives you access to Smugglers Run 2. In particular, like, it used to be the best mod slicing event in the game. Gets you access to, I think it's 60 of your micro attenuators that you use to recalibrate your mods and really hit that high level of speed secondary that everybody wants, right? Or even high levels of offense percentile. Or protection percentile, or health percentile, whatever it happens to take your fancy on a particular mod, right? Jabba was unmatched until Pirate King Hondo came out. Pirate King Hondo comes out, brings out Smugglers Run 3, but only the first tier, which gives you about, I think it's 94. Might be wrong on that. I think it's 94. I think it gives 46 of each micro attenuator. Let's get to that. Yes, apologies. Gives you 92 of each of the micro attenuators. Now, currently this shows as a shared event, and it was a shared event the last time around, but we had an announcement within the EA official forums that this is not supposed to be a shared event. You're actually supposed to be able to do both tiers. So whereas before, Jabba's event was giving us 60 of this, we are getting 30% more of the micro attenuators, just the micro attenuators alone, as well as getting actual speed mods and a bunch more slicing materials, all of which are very valuable. Do wish it gave us the Mark II attenuators, the Mark II thingamabobs, I can't remember what they're called. Wish it gave us those, right? So it gives us 30% more than what used to be the best event, and then it doubles it. So instead of 60, once this stops being shared, you're going to be getting 184 micro attenuators. That's nearly a full inventory worth of micro attenuators. You would be able to reslice so many mods. All of a sudden, when you are looking at your best mods that didn't quite hit that roll, right? So if we go, yeah, let's actually go filter over here. Let's filter by speed secondary. Let's go for really, really high rolls, right? And let's go for those that have got 5 rolls. Actually, no, let's change that to 4 rolls. At least 4. Okay, so I'm bound to have some mods like this over here, right? We've got a 22 speed secondary mod. I went through all the calibration tiers because this could have been like a 28 speed secondary mod. Couldn't get it to go all the way, right? And because, let's be real, it's really expensive to slice these mods up to max. I've tried this as well. Used all of my mod slicing to try and get that. That's a 23 speed secondary mod. Another 23 speed secondary mod here, done all the slicing there. 22 speed secondary mod. But look, like it's 100 once you hit that 4. But in order to go any further, it'll be 150 for that last roll, right? All of a sudden, if we are getting this every 2 weeks, you're getting nearly 200 mod calibration. I don't really mind. I wouldn't normally do this. I'm doing it for the sake of the video. I wouldn't mind spending that 100 in order to potentially get myself an extra 6 speed on a mod. I'm not keeping that change. That's awful. And again, when that mod runs around and this is 150, is this the ideal way of spending your calibration materials? Absolutely not. But if we are constantly getting this much, thanks to having a Relic 9 Hondo, don't forget you're still getting Smugglers Run 2. That's giving you additional mod slicing materials as well, calibration materials. I feel like this really changes the way that we are going to look at slicing and recalibrating our mods. Obviously, it's great to have more. It's always great to have more, better opportunities. You definitely want to be targeting those ones that have got like, you know, still in the 15 to 20, maybe push to the 40 range, that could really roll high. You definitely want to focus on them first. But if you've got a rare opportunity where you've got like a 23 or a 24 speed secondary mod that's got 4 rolls, absolutely, I would go balls deep, as they say, trying to throw that in there and absolutely try and get that real high-end speed secondary, because those speed mods really do matter and make a real tangible difference in GAC, territory wars, and even unlocking any legendary event. If it's particularly hard or raids, sometimes you just need that little bit of extra speed, and Hondo is now able to provide that. But of course, outside of that, there are other benefits. Clearly, the raid is still running and Hondo is still very, very useful there. TB is always useful. But don't forget, in the current datacron set, we have got an absolutely obnoxiously powerful datacron that I've been trying to roll for Vane because it just reads pure insanity. Pure insanity. I really want to be able to test this datacron, but I haven't had the opportunity. Like I said, early days, I've dismantled my old datacrons. I was really, really hoping to get myself a Vane one, but I've hit my threshold, my appetite for blowing crystals on trying to refresh for this. But anyway, let's take a look at this level 9. Whenever Vane gains a stack of profit, under Pirate King Hondo, that's like incessantly, gain 20% max health, stacking up to a maximum of 3 times his health until the end of the encounter, that should read, but until the end of time. Whenever a pirate ally uses a special ability, Vane assists, dealing 35% bonus true damage based on his max health that he has just tripled. It's true damage. You can't resist that. You can't lower it. Well, you can. There is one way you can lower true damage, and that's through Relic Delta. But Vane is a Pirate King Hondo team. He's a tank. He's probably going to be minimum R7, maximum R10, because that's the maximum at the moment. Vane is already one of the chunkiest monkeys in the world. He is a tough son of a gun to put down. He is thicker than a barn door, alright? This guy is already chonkers. Start throwing in 35% true damage based on his max health, and oh my lord, he coming. He coming to take your money, steal your kids, lock up your wife, alright? Because Vane is coming for you. While Vane is taunting, if another pirate ally receives damage, Vane gains 10% offense based on his max health until the end of the turn. Okay. Until the end of his next turn. Apologies. So he's pretty much always taunting. Pretty much forever. So try not to do any AoEs. Okay, so let's put this into context. I don't think my Vane is particularly well modded at the moment. But let's go ahead and have a look-see. Have a look-see, because mine's only Relic 8. Poor Vane, slacking over here. I do have him modded with health sets. That's nice to see. He's got 150,000 max health right now. So you can quadruple that. All right. So what's that going to be? That'll be 300, 600,000. 600,000. 20, what was it? 35% max health damage he was doing? Can anybody, like, is that math even possible? It probably is, but, you know, I've not done my coffee. 600,000 health, right? Times 35. Yeah, that's going to be 210,000 max damage as true damage. Yeah. Oh, and if you hit one of his allies while he's taunting, he's going to gain 6,000 offense. He's going to gain 6,000. His base offense for me is 6,000. He's just going to double it. 6,000? 12,000 now. God forbid you hit multiple characters. I think that's how it's going to work anyway. If you do an AoE and you hit other people while Vane is taunting, it's going to spell bad news for you boys, because that's just going to get out of hand real fast. You're going to really want to make sure that Vane doesn't take a turn. Let's go back over to this datacron real quick. Yeah. If another power arrow receives damage, it doesn't say like limit once per turn. An AoE in a 5v5 environment, that's going to be 40% of his max health. Mine is currently 600,000 once we've had this 300%, which it will very, very quickly. So yeah, 600,000 times 40%. What is that? That's 120, 240. What? That can't be right. Sorry, not 600. He gained 60,000. 60,000 offense. 60,000 offense. I know how decimals work, guys. Give me a break. I've had a long, hard day already. All right, so 60,000 additional offense. But if you do an AoE and you hit 4 characters, he's just gonna, you know, casually gain 4 times that. You know, 240,000. 240. What would you do for 240,000 offense, guys? Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't care if he's got a multiplier of 0.2. If you give him 240,000 offense, he's going to kill everything. And he's going to be in the Scoundrel faction. Stun an enemy, speed up. No, we don't want that. Debuff an enemy to their turn. Oh, equal 10% of their max health. I mean, when you've got 240,000 offense, who cares? Scoundrel allies hit critical hit. They gain 10% offense. That's quite nice. Debuff. They gain 2% turn meter. Oh, that's going to be nasty. No, it's got to be the basic ability, reset cooldowns and gain 100% turn meter, because just hitting twice in itself is going to be enough. You know what I mean? Enough. And starting the battle with 25% turn meter. Oh my lord! Or alternatively, you could get the revive. Although you don't need this on a Pirate King Hondo team, because Pirate King Hondo will revive him anyway. Oh my lord! Is this team going to be obnoxious on defense? I almost think we're going to be taking Stranger off defense to use him to take down Pirate King Hondo. Like, I think it's going to be gnarly, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, I reiterate, Pirate King Hondo has probably just skipped to the top of the list of, oh my lord, please have this GL. Please have it now. Long-term victories in your mod slicing. You will get lots of nice juicy mods out of having Pirate King Hondo, because that event, Smugglers Run 3, is coming out every other Friday or something like that. Let me double check on that. Yeah, over here. The current cadence will be Smugglers Run 1 every other Monday, Smugglers Run 2 every other Wednesday, and Smugglers Run 3 every other Friday. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. It's like twice a month you're going to be getting that event, as well as Smugglers Run 2. So, like, don't get me wrong, get Jabba. Absolutely get Jabba. Jabba's value is still huge. But get Pirate King Hondo and work on that Vane datacron, because that thing looks insanely nutty. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. If anybody's got any video or any video footage of Vanecron, love to see it in action. I'm working on trying to get my own, but RNG is not with me. Help me out. Like the video, maybe RNG will like it as well. And I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.